back here at Bentonville Film Festival. I'm Ron with Arkansas CW, and I'm with Prashanth today. How are you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
Good, good. And I'm excited to talk about your movie, Have a Nice Life.
Thank you.
So, can you give us a brief synopsis of it?
Yeah, so Have a Nice Life is a road movie and a stoner comedy. Two women on run from the law. Their journey starts in Durham, North Carolina, where they're very kind of from two very different sides of town. One of them is an Indian housewife in an arranged marriage. The other one is a musician whose band just ended, and their paths cross in kind of an unlikely way at the local pawn shop. Things quickly get out of hand. There's a gun involved. Their kind of unreliable car, their lack of cash, and their paranoia over being surveilled all kind of loom as dark clouds on a few short, wild days on the road together. And the film kind of traces that journey.
Kind of getting like those Harold and Kumar vibes off of that.
A little bit, yeah. Harold and Kumar, Thelma and Louise, Breathless, you know.
There you go.
Hopefully a long tradition of kind of fun indie capers. You know?
And so what was the inspiration behind creating this film?
Just those few films I think were big. I also was really into new wave filmmaking, like the kind of French and Japanese new wave.
Okay.
Which are these really kind of interesting moments in cinema culture in these countries, where it's a young generation of filmmakers coming up and looking at cinema culture and being like, this doesn't reflect our world or how we look at the world and experience things and think about things, and let's kind of like blow everything up and dynamite it and start from scratch. And it's something that I really was always really interested in, that whole vibe. It's very like punk rock, and so it's like kind of the energy that we tried to capture in the film, and it was like kind of that combined with just the experience of growing up around where this film was shot in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. Being a first-generation immigrant, like the kind of like the weirdness and the juxtaposition of those two worlds.
Yeah, I think like within our generation, just like seeing the traditional path, we're just like, why though?
Yeah.
But why? Why do we need to do that?
Yeah.
I tell my girlfriend that every day, but why?
Yeah.
And it just comes into a big old argument, and it's just like, just go with the flow, man. We're good.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Well, I mean, it's kind of what this film is about. I mean, it's just, I think, getting to a place of asking why, or just, I think, is the prerequisite to then kind of living an intentional life and kind of knowing what's making you happy and what's making you sad and how to do better in the world. And I think that this film, at least I think, tries to raise that question or put everybody in that place. Because I think even, we all can get comfortable, even if you've kind of questioned things, you just don't think about things for a while and switch into autopilot real easy, and so this film is like, it's kind of about that, but it's also like not trying to be too intellectual or anything. It's just trying to kind of be a fun exploration of those ideas.
Right, I understand. So any website or social media you want to put out there?
So you can follow along at hanlmovie.com. It's Have a Nice Life movie. You'll find the gallery, information about screenings, ways to get in touch. It's all on the website.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.